There we go again.
Rocking and rolling.
It keeps on going.
I like
Here
it.
we go again. Okay, hold on. It keeps on going.
I like it. There's an echo. Echo.
It keeps on going. There's a big echo.
There's an echo.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, I see what happened. I was watching the show on the other thing with comments, but I tried muting it and it just kept on going. I don't know. But okay. So welcome to the Seekers Chronicles. Tonight, our original guest can not be on tonight. He has the flu, and we're gonna bring him back another time.
Yes,
and also,
sure.
Kimm has the flu. What's going on?
There's a plague on everyone's house right now. I'm telling you, it's
looks
everywhere.
Well, I got the lamb blood on my door right now, so
Seriously.
so it doesn't come here.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And unfortunately, I mean, Brian was really looking forward to this. And I know that I was telling Anthony, I know we have some crossover with horror fans, with the paranormal, and Brian works in horror films. So I thought that would be a really fun show as well. But he was crushed, but he's deathly ill. So we'll have him back. And Kimm, we wish you well too. Get better, our friend.
We have Mary Beth. She was the first one. She was on before we even started. She came on.
Mary Beth.
Hey, Mary Beth is on. And we got Katie Holte. Hey, Katie. Long time no see. Hey, Katie. That's cool.
Katie.
So, we got some of our friends and everybody in the audience. This audience.
Great.
This is great. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I know Mary Beth, she's back every week, and I'm so happy. She's a great tonight, since it's going to be us two, Jennie and I, what we're going to do, since we don't have a guest and we're missing Kimm, is actually show some of our evidence that we got through the years. And you might like it. And I want to hear comments, questions, and whatever you guys want to share.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I got some videos. She has some EVPs. We got pictures. So hopefully you enjoy it tonight. This is just us.
So before we start, can I just do a shout out? Happy birthday!
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
Our friend Ronald at ERRT Radio.
Happy birthday, Ronald!
Happy birthday, Ronald! Happy birthday, Ron!
Yeah, and yeah, he actually shaved his beard off very easily. He looks younger today without that beard he has on there. Yeah, he doesn't look like Santa no more. He looks like one of the helpers.
Christmas is over.
Christmas is over, so you gotta get rid of the beard. So, if I don't get to everybody's comment in the audience, please don't get upset because I'm bouncing back and forth between the evidence that we're going to show and comments. So,
and I'm just going to sit here and drink cocoa.
You're going to be the cocoa drinker.
So, Anthony, how was your weekend? See anybody
interesting? Good. It was good. Yeah, it was. There's somebody that I seen this weekend. She looked very familiar. She looked just like you.
Tall, blonde. Yeah.
Yeah. That it was you, huh? We were at the Shanley Hotel last weekend.
We were.
Ron and Lourdes, and they did a book signing, and he did his the digital seance experience. And it really good. It was really good. I got to say Saturday and Sunday, so I got 2 nights out of the deal. We came home Monday morning.
Sunday was a tea party, right? Like a
Monday was a tea party. Yeah,
nice.
Because of the snow, some people canceled, but there's still a lot of people there, and we had, it was really good. But I did have a great experience. I was in Rosie's room, and Rosie's room, if anybody doesn't know the Shanley Hotel, it's a little girl that was supposedly drowned in a well that was around back, and this was her room. It's actually in the bordello because I think her mother was there and stuff. So
3 years old, right? 3 years old.
Yeah, I think she was like 3, 4 years something like. And I got to bed about 5 o'clock, 6:30 comes along, and all of a sudden there's this toy that starts going off. It's one of those toys that you put the you crank it to a certain animal thing, and it says, says the animals, what the animal
Oh, right.
annoy. So it was all of a sudden it just started going off out of the blue. It was on the edge of the bed and stuff. I didn't tell you nothing, and it was like, and it went off and it's going. The duck goes quack quack quack. The duck goes quack quack quack. The duck goes quack quack. I'm like, oh Jesus! I said, come on, let me sleep a little bit. Owl go, come on. I was like, Rosie, let me sleep. All of a sudden, I feel my toes being touched. Yeah, my toes are like, I'm like,
Seriously.
what are you doing? I said, just let me sleep.
That's
And she starts
adorable.
touching my toes. Then all of a sudden, I hear knocking on the window. Remember, I'm on the second floor. I'm on
Yeah.
the second floor of the place.
Yep.
So I hear
Yep.
knocking on the window. And I'm like, oh, come on. And then all of a sudden, I
That's
hear a
cool.
fly. There was a fly in the room. It was
It
0
was like
degrees out. How can the fly
minus
be around?
-3.
Yeah,
Really?
I hear the fly going around the room. I'm like, okay, listen, I'm just gonna have to get up. You're not gonna let
Yeah.
me sleep.
Yeah.
So I got up. So I'm at the table downstairs, and people, they're coming in. They had like bagels and stuff, and people eating, they're drinking the coffee and stuff. So I start telling the story about how the duck goes quack quack and stuff.
The duck
They
goes
told
quack.
me that Todd and Camilla, um, the night before, they were in that room, and they were sitting. They were actually reading the book because there was books
Right.
all over the place.
The duck.
Ugly Duckling.
I was
They were-
there. Yep.
You were there with them,
Yep.
and then Kelly, the owner, comes over and she goes, Anthony, and she goes, that's Ugly Duckling's her favorite book. They
That's
didn't know
correct.
that. They just picked it
They-
up out of nowhere and started reading it. And the next day, the duck goes
Yeah.
off and it wakes me up. So that was my experience. Plus, I seen a woman singing in one of the chairs. I was sitting in their area. They have a little area with the fireplace and the regular like couch type chairs.
Yeah.
Sitting there doing my just on the phone, checking my email and stuff. And I look up and there's a woman sitting right across from me. So I went, "Oh, hello," and she just disappeared.
What did she look like?
She had white hair, but it was up in buns, and she had a dress that was like beige with like brownish flowers or something on it, and it came
Nice.
up to here, the sleeve. And she was just sitting there, just looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So
Mrs. Shanley?
maybe, might have been, because there were a couple of pictures around. She did look like the one in the picture, but yeah, it might be. So it's
the
cool.
thing about the duckling, the ugly duckling, actually, that wasn't random that they read that story. The last
No.
time we were there, they asked Rosie, which one is your favorite? And they put some detectors in front of each story. And the one in front of the ugly duckling went. And Todd said, whichever one you indicate, I'll read. And Todd Coco didn't read it after all that. So this time when he came back, he was like, Rosie, I'm sorry. I'm going to read that book to you. You said it was your favorite.
Really? Got 23.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
So he read the
It was
whole
good.
thing to her. And then he said when he was reading it, his whole camera bugged out, went off, and then came on later. It was really strange.
We also had a great with the session they were doing that night with the digital seance,
Uh-huh.
and they were doing it, and nobody knew, and Ronald Otis, like, all of a sudden, Bigfoot started saying Bigfoot. So they started like getting into it, how the Bigfoot was.
Right.
Well, why Bigfoot? What's with the Bigfoot? This was a Sunday night. And then they go, Bigfoot. And go, who's the Bigfoot for? And they knew something, but the rest of us didn't. Who's the Bigfoot for? My two daughters. What happened was there's two women there. Their father was big into Bigfoot.
Oh.
And that's what they wanted him to come through. And they say if he comes through, he's going to say Bigfoot. And that's what came through. Bigfoot, and it's my two daughters.
Wow.
So, and the girls started crying and
That's
everything, and then they
emotional.
come up, asking more questions, and there was answers on some of those questions and stuff like that.
That's
And
amazing.
it was one of those nights that it was really cool,
Right.
that people actually, you know, it was like emotional. Everybody had tears in their eyes because now
Sure.
they realize that these two girls, their father, the only way they knew he was going to get in contact, he said something about Bigfoot, and then who was it for? My two daughters, and here they are. So that was really good, a good session
That's
that night.
incredible.
That was Sunday night. That was after the tea party. Hey,
That
people,
was
if you want to go, Shanley Hotel every once a month they have a tea party. The food is unbelievable. I mean, I was eating
I
up.
saw
They
it.
had these little meatballs. I'm popping them in like little chiclets, eating meatballs like potato chips. It was good, good.
Yum.
I see Todd and Camilla's on right now, and
So
yeah,
Todd
thank you,
and
Todd and
yeah,
Camilla, my cannoli connection.
yes,
Everywhere
I
we
have
go, they
one.
bring me cannolis. It's
So good.
great. Those were so
Those were
good.
really good on
Yeah,
Saturday night.
yeah.
Really good. It was a great experience. It is every time at the Shanley Hotel. If anybody hasn't been there, you get a chance to go. Go.
Oh yeah.
It's like you stepped into another time.
Mm-hmm.
And
And we're gonna
Tracy
have
and
them on.
Kelly, Tracy, the manager, Kelly, the owner, are top notch.
Yeah.
Absolutely top notch.
And Stephanie, and they all do this
Yes.
part. Unbelievable.
Yes.
And
Stephanie
I mean
Smith.
that hotel when Sal owned it was great. Sal owned it. It was a haunted location with the cracked walls and no windows on the third floor and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And Kelly took it to another level that you still have the haunting and stuff, but there's heat. There was no heat when we used to stay there back when Sal was there.
Oh
There was
my
no heat.
God.
And the air conditioning, forget that. And so Kelly took it to another level that it's unbelievable, and I recommend it 100%.
Me
If
too.
anybody wants to go to the Shanley Hotel, not the
Yeah,
Stanley,
not Stanley, Shanley.
Shanley on the East Coast.
And
Yeah, check it out.
we had a new toy in action that night, a robot.
Oh, the robot, yeah.
The robot liked Anthony.
It kept
Kept
on
turning
crash.
towards
It
Anthony.
went after Todd. It went after Carmelo and Todd a lot.
It kind of really went after them, like full on went after
Yeah.
them.
It attacked Todd's foot. I think it smelled his foot and passed out. He fell over, something like that. I don't know what
No,
happened there.
but interestingly, it was Carmela who had some contact with a relative at that point, and then the
Mm.
robot went after her. Yeah,
So I wonder if
coincidence.
I don't know. Coincidence or not.
But you know, I had to buy one. I had to buy
Yeah,
one.
I know you had to buy one, and it's like, okay,
Well, we do a lot of
get a
events
new
with
toy.
kids. And I thought, you know what? It's a great way to introduce kids to like motion sensors and, the concept
Yeah, yeah.
of
Oh yeah,
using
when we
them.
go somewhere, when we do those tours and stuff like that, we give tours. Kids
Yeah, we have
love stuff
kids.
like that. So
Yeah, why
so
not?
tonight we got some evidence out there. I got a bunch. She has a bunch. So we're just gonna play some of this stuff,
Yeah,
and um, well, I guess you want to start now, or to
yeah.
get some of our
Let's see
evidence
where it
out there?
goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Okay. So,
Okay.
well, we could talk about the Shanley Hotel. So I'm going to show some.
From the
I
Shanley.
thought I had one of the clips, and I don't have it up here, which I'm quite upset with the wire cutter thing. I really thought I put it on, and I
Oh,
didn't. All right, it doesn't matter. But
huh.
here, the Shanley Hotel. Here, we went there. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to show the hotel, and there's two windows I circled. Um, and I don't think you can really see them right now, but I have one that zoomed in, so I'm going to show you that next.
Cool.
This is inside the Shanley Hotel. This is back before Kelly took it over. As you can see, how it's not painted up and stuff. And the circle on the top there, I'm going to show you a zoomed one in on that. The second one I don't have, so I'm going to show you zoom in. To me, I want to see what people think. I'm just going to say, in the audience, just tell us what you think. What do you see? Anybody? No. I that weekend we were there, and we were on the third floor, and that's up in the third floor. That's a room next to where somebody hung themselves in that place. But we were chasing this little girl and little boy all night long, and they kept on every time they go from room to room. We'll go in one room, try to contact them. They give us a little contact, then they disappear. You go to the next room, they're there. Ended up we got into this room. So that was the end of the night. This is when we first got there. We were just taking pictures. So it looks like maybe a little girl, maybe a boy looking out the window and
Two of
saying,
them,
"Who's these fools
right,
coming?"
next to each other, right? Is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Like two kids. They're that
Hmm.
height. That's the right height, being
Yeah.
inside there,
So to
looking
me,
out the
it looks like,
window.
yeah, two kids looking out the window at us. And, maybe
Who
that they were
knows?
just, looking at us to see who we're going to mess with tonight. You know?
Hey, look at that guy coming.
Yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, let's mess with him. Hey, hey. But the hotel, it looks a little different now.
Yeah,
A lot different than that.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's really run down.
And now it's kind of like,
But
so
that third floor is crazy.
that is
That
very
that
crazy.
third floor is something else.
Hmm. I mean,
That
that place is, oh, I do have
I mean,
uh,
did you have the ball up there? Like the ball, the play ball, you know?
well, at that time, now the ball's up there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot. Back then, people used to bring like little trains and cars,
Okay.
and that was on the floor, not the ball so much. You
The
know,
ball moves though. Like I
yeah.
can't figure it out. I tried and tried. I took a
Well,
level out.
uh,
That the
um,
ball in the
the ball.
room of that
See,
serial
the
killer.
difference between a ball and a car when it comes to investigation, the ball's round, of
Right.
course, you know that.
I
A
do.
ball could roll faster than a car could be pushed across the floor. So sometimes, when it comes to the ball, you have to look at what's going on.
Right.
If the ball has a little dirt on one side, that makes it heavy on one side and make it roll. It's
I
always a
agree.
very, very, or the ball's a little warped. You're going to see it roll. And in the dark, you really can't tell a warp sometimes. So whatever. So,
No,
but the ball
no.
I had actually roll where we asked it to. What we do, we always, when you put a ball in the middle of the floor for evidence to make it roll, you put it on the floor, then you put a circle around it, take
Circle.
tape and put around it, and see if it rolls either way. Okay. And then, of course, you see if it's dirty or whatever it might be.
Yep.
So that's cool. The ball
It is
being moved
cool.
back and forth.
People always ask me, why do you have chalk in your kit, in your bag? That's why.
Yeah.
That's
I
why.
mean, you can't chalk every floor. I mean, sometimes tape is better too.
Yeah.
But then it's depending what it has to be paper tape because
No, of course.
you don't want to pull off the lacquer on the floor and all that
That's right.
stuff.
That's right. But when you can use chalk, I do use chalk. And I've
Yeah.
actually seen that ball almost lift off and go and fly across with a lot of force.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's depending on yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you
I
see it
mean, if
like
it just
that, I
rolls
mean,
over.
yeah, 14 degrees. Well, they talk about the weather.
Oh, the weather.
Our chat's talking about the weather. That's cool.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's like
Not the evidence, just the weather. Okay.
I got 14 degrees.
So
It's like a competition. It's gonna be like 3 degrees tonight.
yeah. Uh, so you want me to show you have pictures here too, don't you?
What you got from the Shanley? What else? Anything?
I have that. I didn't put. I thought I put some stuff on. See, last minute I was just popping things on, trying to. Since we had somebody cancel,
Yeah.
we try to still get a show for you people tonight.
Yeah. We can all
You
get
know,
together.
I hopefully they'd like it. I don't know. We'll see.
You know what? We're
Yeah.
gonna show some stuff to look at.
I'm gonna show some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, any locations? I mean, like I said, I have a bunch of my evidence there,
Go ahead. Go with it.
and
What location do you want to show next?
oh, I got to here. Here's some. I'm going to show some pictures, and then I'll show some other stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Um. All right. West Virginia Penitentiary.
All right.
We went there. I went there. I was there twice already. First time I went was really good, but there was a big flood that happened on before that, and it was flooded out. And so you go into areas and there was like you could smell the moss, the mold, and everything. The first time, the second time I went there, we went with a tour going on, and a bunch of people came in with coolers and got drunk, and it wasn't as fun. But we did have we got some stuff on that. So my brother was with me on the first one. And we take pictures, you take your pictures of everything. And then, well, he took a picture of the side of the building and the back of the building from the courtyard where the prisoners used to run around. And he was looking up, taking pictures. So when I get a picture, I break it down piece by piece, especially around windows and stuff. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, we got something here. Let me check. So this is still a crop picture goes into here because this is still a wall. This is the small crop picture.
Oh, wow. It's a great photo.
Can you see anything? No. Well, yeah, I see it. But now you zoom in on the window that's open.
Okay.
Look up in the corner there. Do you see it on the top?
Yeah.
We found out later on that's where the warden and his family lived with his wife and the family, wife and kids.
Yeah.
So to me, it looks like a woman looking out the window at us.
Yeah.
You know me? You can see the face, the nose, the hair going,
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see the nose for sure, the eyes. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Now when you back up and sort of squint your eyes a bit, you see the whole woman.
Yeah.
First, I just saw the face, but now I see the hair, the shoulder, everything. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How you have to sort of like squint sometimes to see the whole.
That's see really
cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, because you never know with these windows, right? I mean, I took a picture at White Hill Mansion in New Jersey, and it is the creepiest picture. It looks like somebody in the window, like you cannot believe. But then if you pan to the right, you see the same thing in the next window. So it's just something that repeated. You know what I mean? So it wasn't so. But
I love
you just
window
took the
pictures.
one window. I'm telling you, people were like, "Oh, look at that lady!" It was like so clear.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, but you really have to look. That's
when you take pictures of windows too. A lot of people take in the front. Hey,
yeah,
you don't take it. You take your camera and you put it sideways, and you get pictures, and you won't be in the picture. Exactly. So you don't want to be in the picture and stuff. Or you
don't want to be a ghost.
No,
every week.
You don't want to. You want to look for ghosts. You want to be a ghost. So,
amen.
Fort Totten, I think it was like 2013, 2012, something like that. I used to speak at Fort Totten. We used to have a group, and I mean they used to love it because I had like 80 to 100 people come down. We used to talk to them, and then we used to take them around and stuff. And Fort Totten usually just opened up at night just for us because it's usually not a night thing at that time. So we went there the one day. We were there during the day and, supporting them and stuff. So we were there during the day and we walked around with them and stuff. So on the way back, I'm walking back and I'm like, look at this place. I said, there's all this stuff here, abandoned houses and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I have all my equipment packed. Everything's packed. So I'm like, so I take my phone out. At the time I had an iPhone and I took a picture. So I took a picture of one of the abandoned houses on the side. I know, you see the circle there?
Yeah.
It looks like a woman sitting in there to me.
You can see a shirt and like a jacket-ish, like maybe a dress or jacket.
Yeah.
sitting and looking
that
out.
building is abandoned at that time. Now they redid it and everything, and now it's administration. But this is back then. It was an abandoned building, and it was, it was like just nobody in there. So I got this, and I said, and I didn't see this when I took the picture. It was later on when we seen it. You know, then a year later, my wife and her kids and we went back there. So I wanted to. I'm like, I want to check out this building. I'm like, so I'm looking around, and my son and wife are standing on the stairs, which is right behind me. So I take another picture, and I get a little girl standing over on the side. You see her with the blue dress?
Oh yeah.
And my wife and kids said there was nobody there. They were standing on the other
I
side.
see it through the window. Is that through another window or just a
No, that
reflection?
looks to me. It looks like it's behind me. You see the pole and the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
banister that
yeah.
goes across. It's
That's
actually on the
creepy.
porch. And look like she's standing there looking at us. And I got it on
That's
that.
creepy. Can
Isn't
if
that
everybody
wild?
can see it, what color is her dress?
I think it's like a blue. Oh, so
Like a
everybody else?
well, you too. Yeah, I think it's a blue dress. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Now, is there anything else in that picture? Or is that you?
No, I'm not in that picture at all.
Okay. Um, I wasn't sure if it was a reflection or if sometimes, there's another window that you can look through both, to the
Mhm.
backyard. Um, that's interesting because that's not the window. That's actually in the woods,
Yeah, that's like right behind us.
in the trees.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So I don't want to show all my stuff. I want to show some of your stuff. You know?
Ooh, Katie Holte has a really interesting comment. She has a visual ITC device she wants to build. She has it all worked out in her head and she got the parts, just needs to build it. Well, if anyone can do it, it will be Katie Holte.
Katie, yes. And you always use me as a guinea pig like you used me in the past.
Yeah, use them as a guinea pig. I
Guinea pig.
love the equipment, the Holte equipment I have. And as you know, because you've seen me use it many times, I love it.
Hmm.
You will do it.
I
We
know she
believe in
will.
you. Um,
You
my
definitely use me as a guinea pig. See?
one of my favorite pieces of equipment is my AM Chaos box with Freddy Krueger on it from the Holtes, and I get incredible things from that. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah. I their equipment's so cool. So
So
good.
so good.
Katie
So
has
good.
great stuff. And it's been, we use it many a time. It's really cool
Very good.
how she has this stuff, how she just comes up with it. It's like,
I know. I know. And everybody always asks me, what's that Freddy Krueger thing? I'm like, let me tell you about that thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
good stuff.
See, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show. I mean,
Show
we got
anything.
a lot of pictures. Here's. I want to get the pictures out of the way, and then, you know, okay, Burlington. Let's do something here. Burlington Prison.
Oh, cool. One of my
Well,
favorites.
yeah, it is one of mine too. I don't get there as much as I would like. You know,
Yeah.
um,
So
they they.
Burlington Prison Museum is in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I
Mhm,
always want to say that for people who are in Texas or California or wherever they
yeah,
are, Montana, Missouri.
yeah, that's one thing we always forget to. We
Yeah.
just assume everybody knows.
Right. That's why I was saying
Anybody in
it.
all these other
Yep.
states, it's like, we don't think of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Burlington Prison Museum.
my brother, we had a group of people that we went there, and we're all in the backyard. At the time, I had what do you call the closed circuit cameras? The security camera. I had a
Yes.
DVR system running and have 4 cameras. I had 2 in the basement, 2 on the second floor, and I mean, it was doing good. It was really, we got some stuff on that. Well, we were all in those areas, and now we were like in the cameras in those areas, and we were in the backyard. You're in the back. You know the back of
Yeah,
the building there. They
the
got
large
benches there.
prison
They
yard.
also
Yeah,
yeah they got the thing the what do you call it, the hang people, you know,
yeah, the
the gillet,
gallows.
yeah, the
Yeah,
gallows and stuff.
right,
So
like a
we're
wooden
there.
gallows.
My brother's just taking pictures of the outside, and he gets this picture, and there's no one inside. And there was, I have my night vision camera on, my security camera, and it didn't pick up nobody. But this is what we got. It's what he
Oh
got.
wow, that's wow.
It looks like somebody standing there, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's really interesting because I know the place, so which makes it
Hmm.
really interesting to me. That really looks like a Head and Shoulders in a cell.
And also, if it's up that far to the window, you can't because you got that. That's the first one. When you're coming down on the stairs from when if you look at the front of the building, the right side going down,
Uh-huh.
there's a bed. There's a metal bed right up against this window.
Right.
So you can't even stand up against the window to even get that. So that was that was one of the interesting things with us. It's like my brother was like, "Oh, check this out," and I thought that's a good piece
Yeah.
to have. My brother Gerard,
Right.
he
I mean, because look at the bottom of the window. It's just really the way they all look, sort of boarded up,
mhm,
you know.
and it's on the floor. It's in the basement. So if you do stand against that window, that
Oh,
that window is like really up to like my above my waist.
yes.
So and plus this person must have been really tall, whoever was in there. Remember, there was a prison guard killed down that basement during one of the escapes at one time.
That's right. In the corner.
Mhm.
Yeah, at the corner
Yes.
there. Um,
Well,
really cool place. Like really old, late 1600s prison.
you know.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
it was it was very cool how that came out. Another time we were there, one of the women were with us,
I
one of
can't.
my teammates. Um, we were taking pictures, and we got this one picture, and it's like, how can this be? Nobody's around, and the person taking the picture wasn't standing in front of the camera; they were standing taking a picture, and they got this. See, it looks like a shadow trying to grab her hand,
Yeah.
and she actually
Where
feels something, and she turns. She feels something in that corner.
Yeah, it's darker than the rest. Where was this?
Burlington,
I mean, what area?
on the third floor, right by the cell with that guy chained to the floor.
Right. Okay. The mannequin that scares the
Yeah,
bejesus out of you every single time, even though you know it's there.
yeah,
Trust me, there's like a all white mannequin sitting on the floor. It's not a mannequin, it's like a statue sitting on
hmm
the floor, chained to the floor. And no matter how many times you've been there, you walking by the cells on your right, and there's the guy on the floor every time. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Every time it's creepy.
It's like it's interesting how you get these things. It's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like Kingsland Manor. I was
Kingsland
there
Manor in where?
in Nutley, New Jersey.
Oh, there you go.
So we're there and we're doing the thing, and I feel something actually grab my hand, grab my arm, and I feel a burning sensation. So I tell everybody take a picture of it.
Oh,
You see like a little handprint,
I do. Like a child's handprint almost.
yeah. And we're in a room with dolls.
Interesting.
It was like, whoa, that's it just grabbed my hand, whatever it was, and it left a mark on me. Yes, people, if you go paranormal investigating, you are taking a chance of being touched, you know? And
Yeah.
in my case, I don't mind being touched because it's part of the evidence, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Some people do. Some people are like, hey, do not touch me. I
Yeah.
don't want to be
I
touched.
know Chris Allgood, you do not touch him.
No,
He does
because
not
he
like
gets
that.
angry. He gets,
Yeah,
I
he
get
gets,
that. Yeah.
mhm.
I wish he was looking at some of these pictures, he's amazing at analyzing photos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's to
So
me.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. Like I said, we're showing pictures, and we'll definitely get into the audio of the video soon. But I'll just show a couple more pictures if you don't
No, I
mind.
love the pictures. I love them.
Okay.
They're great for discussion pictures.
Yes, yes. Any questions in the audience? On the pictures.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, yeah, Katie. They sometimes they don't have their personal. I mean, with me, but personal boundaries. I tell them to grab my hand. You could touch
Yeah.
me and stuff like that. And they seemed like they like that. And I don't do that to be possessed. No. I do that to um, sometimes spirits they're not there to hurt you. They want your attention. And the only way to get your attention is maybe by scratching you, maybe by doing stuff like that to you. And
Right.
that's the only way to get your attention to let you know that they're there. And
Right.
that's
I know at the Shanley, my first experience going back to the Shanley Hotel was in the gentleman's quarters, feeling someone do this on my hair, like all the way down onto my neck, like all just like that,
oh,
like a light hand all the way down. Yeah. At first I thought, okay, I checked for cobwebs, I checked for everything, I checked for vents, but it was really like smooth, like the motion on down onto
so they
my
weren't
neck. It
trying to
was like
hurt you. They were just trying to, you know.
yeah. And then Stephanie, when we were there, said that people had that experience, which I wasn't
Mhm.
aware of in that
Yeah.
room.
What's depending on
Yeah.
that room here. Dark shadows. They are solid forms, but they be solid as a ghost. I mean, shadows are shadows.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's dark shadow to shadow. It's like shadow that's standing behind you, your shadow. Shadow's a shadow, so it's the same. I don't know if it's the same thing that the spirit's made of, but you can. I know some shadows are darker than others, and I feel that they're more have more energy to make themselves that color. I mean, and I feel if they're the dark as dark as those shadows, they can get color and show you their true self
Uh-huh.
eventually.
So
You
you
know,
think that's on the way to showing that, like,
yeah, it's part of manifest when they want to start manifesting to
interesting.
come up and to show you them, and I feel that's
Mm-hmm.
part of it. You know, I'm going to do some work
Oh,
with.
we would love that, Adam.
Yeah, we'd like to have you.
I told
That'd
Adam
be
he
cool.
should come to White Hill Mansion and Burlington Prison.
Shanley,
Okay. Or the
Shanley.
Shanley. We all
Okay,
have our favorites.
invite in. Except for
Except for
Colby.
all good.
Yeah,
I told you she was brilliant and funny. Oh,
yeah,
that's
she's
funny.
yeah.
That was a
I
good
missed
one.
her. I haven't seen her in a while. So
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. I just don't like waking up like with bruises on my arm like in Gettysburg.
yeah, like in
Nope.
Gettysburg, they had that
Yeah, no
with you.
thank
I
you.
don't. Did I put those pictures up here? No, I didn't put those pictures up there because
No,
they
no big deal. It just, yeah,
they
like
they
that's going
because
a
they
little too
bother me.
far.
Those pictures bother me. All right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm going to show you a couple more pictures. And people like pictures again.
No, it's good stuff.
I want everybody's opinion on this one. We were in it was at Elks Lodge, down South Jersey, Freeport, whatever, something like that. We were there with Twilight Passage. They're a paranormal team. They also had Haunted Fashion Magazine. The woman in charge, which I was in a couple of times back then.
Oh,
Um,
we're a model. You were a model.
yeah, took my shirt off. That's why it's called Haunted. No, well, it's more of a fashion magazine, but they show like haunted stuff. Like not so much. They go haunted
Right.
locations and they do modeling and stuff, which is pretty cool idea concept.
I love
But they
that
did have
idea.
that, and I also wrote a couple of their articles and stuff like that back then.
Yeah. I
You
know who
know,
you're talking about, and it's a pretty amazing. Yeah, they'll do like they'll have beautiful models at these
yeah,
haunted
yeah.
locations, like in really eerie photos.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
it's so this is the location. Lourdes and Ron are there. I'm there. My whole team, the Seekers Club, the Paranormal, there. My brother and son and a couple other people. And the woman in charge is Sandra Frawley.
Okay.
And we're sitting there at the table, and we had a psychic there, and she's trying to do a little seance thing, and so everybody starts concentrating, and I had cameras all over the place. I had like 10 cameras all over the place and stuff.
Of course.
So this one camera picked this up. Lourdes is like she's getting a meditation, and I see something right behind her
Oh,
on
creepy.
camera. After that, she got nauseous. She had to leave the room. She got sick.
Really?
Yeah. So
See,
this
I
is
love those layers. I love those layers.
yeah. She got sick, and I ran after her and said, "You okay?" and stuff. And then
I'm
I came
sorry to
back in the
hear
room,
that.
and my phone rang, and it was my phone. My phone was in my pocket, and not even my pocket. I used to have the pouch on the side with my phone in it, and the woman Sandy was across the table. My phone called her up. She goes, Anthony, because her husband's name is Anthony. Goes, what's he? Anthony, you're calling me. What do you mean I'm calling? And I got that on video too, which I didn't get a chance. I couldn't put all
That's
my videos
amazing.
up here. We'd be doing the show for like five
No, I
hours
know.
instead of 10
I
hours.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me show you this picture with just look at Lourdes and just tell me what's behind her head.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
You see the light, like a looking thing, and then you see like a face, like right over her shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody in the audience see that?
I'm trying to figure out. So she has headphones on, or what is on her?
Yeah, she no, she doesn't have headphones on.
What's on her head?
Nothing. It's just the light.
Oh, I
I'm
can't figure it
getting
out. It's hard to see. It's hard to say.
yeah. That's why I want people's opinions because I see my thing, but other people see other things.
Okay, where do you see the face? Like just over her shoulder or up above
Yeah,
her?
just right above her shoulder. You see the light,
Uh-huh.
and then right next to that is her face. It is the like a thing over her head.
Okay, because I see something over her head.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
upper
just want
left
people's
of the
opinion.
light. Oh, okay.
Around
All
the
right.
head is just a glow of a light.
Right. I see it above it. Okay.
Yeah, right after that she got sick
Huh.
and yeah, she had to leave the room. She actually had to leave.
That's interesting. Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I see it. Definitely.
and the two women that here with the backs to us, those are the psychics.
So it's interesting that if you look around it, I know that's what I was wondering because I see the glasses. See, she's got the string holding her glasses on
Yeah.
her forehead, probably.
Okay, that could be a good reason.
Because if you wear glasses around my,
Yeah, just Lourdes right now.
oh, that's just your hair shorter. Okay. No headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I see what Katie's saying because you see the woman in front, she's got those
Yes.
beaded
Yeah.
things hanging down. That would be like reading glasses for those of
Hmm.
us that of that age. Um,
So that could be a lens flare, but what's that thing behind her head?
yeah, like
The lens
where,
that thing could cause a lens flare. That's what the glare might be. But the thing behind the
right.
head, what's forming that?
Yeah. I can think we can explain
That's
the
a good
bright
one,
light.
Katie. I didn't even
Yeah,
notice that.
exactly.
I'm glad that she brought that up because that probably is a lens flare. That glare, that
I think
glare.
that that's definitely her glasses. Look at the shape of it.
Mm-hmm. But what's the
Yeah.
head? Do you see the
Yeah, the
glow
head.
behind? I'm not. I'm not talking about the glow. I'm talking more
I
about
know. I know.
the
It's
thing that's
almost like
behind it.
the flare illuminates the face. Does that make sense? Like the face is in the dark. Right.
Okay.
The face is in the dark, but then the light of her glasses, like Lourdes says,
Mm-hmm.
illuminates that face.
Okay.
I mean, it's interesting because she felt nauseated.
Yeah, she right after that she got nauseous. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she wasn't
I
looking at
know.
my face too long, so I know Lourdes didn't get sick of looking at me.
Stop.
Well, she was next to
Yeah,
Ron.
exactly. I agree. That's that. I almost think that the reflection lights up the face, Lourdes. You know, like you
Okay.
wouldn't see the, like maybe we wouldn't see that face if
There,
it was just in
okay.
the dark. Like,
Everybody,
thank goodness for that lady's glasses, and we can see the face.
that's a good catch. I even noticed that. I haven't looked at that in a while, so
True. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, and not well, Katie.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Now we're able to see that face because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's what I put these things on, and that's why I ask people.
It does make you look like you have a halo. It's because she's an
Yeah.
angel. She is.
Saint Loki.
She is an angel.
Don't feed her, then you'll see a different side of Loki
I'm the same. I'm not saying a word. A mask.
or
Interesting.
something.
Huh? Who knows? I mean, that makes me wonder, like, what's in the dark behind you that you can't see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be taking pictures of me with stuff behind me. She is. I know. Look at her with the halo. She looks
yeah. Ooh, she
I
looks so
know.
angelish.
I'm liking the hair.
Yeah, that's when her hair was shorter.
I like it. Well, you know I like short hair.
Yeah, no, you like short hair? No.
No, not at all. That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
was
cool.
cool. I thought that was good. Here's Gettysburg, 2008. See, some of these pictures you
Wow.
might have seen on other podcasts. Like they have showed
That's all
some of my
right.
evidence and everything. This is the first time we're showing on our podcast. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
2008.
Yeah, we were on one of those. You know, at the time it was 2008. As I started going, that's when I first started going to Gettysburg, and I started going there, and we went into one of those haunted tours and stuff like that. And it ended up that um, I was seeing things. You know, I always get images and stuff, and I every time I got image, I tell everybody take shots, take pictures of these things. You know, and everybody be snapping shots or stuff. I'd be snapping, and you know, because I had my team back then too. You know,
Right.
so we were in Gettysburg, and they took us in a tour, and we were behind the college. Behind the college, I got a couple good things.
I know
So
where it
we
is.
got this, and when I first seen it, I thought there's going to be there, there's some lights in it going up and down, and this area is known for light ribbons. That's what you know the ones that are solid. We call them light ribbons.
Yes.
So I was doing that, and then somebody pointed out. I think it was Joey, one of my teammate that passed. He pointed out, "What's that on the ground there?" So I put a little circle around it. Do you see it on the ground there? See, I was
Yeah.
more concerned with the ribbons there, you know, because
Right.
that's not the way flies or any kind of insects go. And the reason you see like dashes in it because I took a picture of a picture, so of on the screen, so you'll see dashes there. But you
Okay.
see on the ground there, it looks like somebody laying down holding something, maybe a child or something.
Like laying on their side,
Yes. Do you see
facing
it?
us.
Mm-hmm. You see the face with
I
us,
do.
with the neck, the shoulder going down to an arm, reaching
Hmm.
up, and it could be a child on the ground.
I see what you're saying. There's two heads, both facing us.
Yes.
It could be. I mean, to be fair, in Gettysburg, I mean, they had 12-year-olds fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They
could
had
be
children.
making that up. Definitely 14-year-olds.
Well, they had those two 13-year-olds hung from the Sachs Bridge. were
13-year-olds,
deserting
right.
during the war. Yeah,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, it could
Um,
be, or it could just be something that we're turning into that. Who
mhm.
knows?
This is another picture I'm going to show you from Gettysburg. This picture was completely, when I took it, it was completely black. So I lowered the I lowered the contrast and everything, and I
Right.
worked on it. And a picture actually came out after this, and I'm like, interesting. I'm going to show the pictures. I want to see if anybody can see what I see in the background.
Oh gosh, right away. That is creepy.
Isn't that?
That's
It
creepy.
was pitch black. Nobody could be standing there. And to me, that looks
See,
like a wounded soldier with a bandage around his head.
wow. Because I always say I'm not ever scared in a location inside, but those woods, you know,
Hmm.
they can be dark and creepy. Who knows
Isn't
what's out there?
and this is where the area, and this is not too far from there. Matter of fact, I think it's on the side from over there. Um, what
Does
happened
everybody
was
see that? Like right away? You
nobody
see what we're
when I
looking
show
at?
the picture, yeah, but nobody's seen it. That picture was pitch black. I lightened
Right,
it
but
up and everything.
in the comments, like does everybody see what we're looking at?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth. Um,
It kind of jumps out at you.
more than one. That's neat.
Yeah, I like that one. I really like that one. You know what I like about that photo, Anthony, is that you don't see anything else that resembles that in the photo. Like there's not a whole bunch of, things that look similar
Hmm.
in the photo. It's just all similar, black and white, and then you have this figure
Yeah.
there.
So pictures of see shout out.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Ooh. Speaking of visual ITC, ask a question, see if the filament light ribbons can spell a message.
Hmm.
I love the creativity.
Well, let's see. I want to hear a couple more questions, then we'll go back.
That
Uh,
do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing else that's similar in that photo.
it's
Oh,
okay, Mary Beth. Not everybody
it's
can see.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, maybe we're seeing something that's not there too. So, and anybody, if you can't see it, doesn't mean you're not seeing something. Maybe we're seeing something that's not there too. So
Yeah.
that's how we, that's why I like opinions. And those
Yeah.
pictures are from 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So these are not pictures, and I had a lot of people look at them. So, you know, in the past, and some people would see what I seen, and some people like I don't see it. You know,
Yeah.
not everybody's into the paranormal and stuff like that.
So I see on the left side like a figure behind a tree, like coming from behind the tree.
Hmm. And that area is where they found 17 federal of Confederate soldiers buried 25 years after, and they were buried like in a big L shape. And there's a lot of light anomalies in different light anomalies
Yeah.
that what do you call it? Actually seen in that area. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And just the fact that it's in Gettysburg to me
mhm.
lends more to its credibility.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I never went to
Right.
Gettysburg and were disappointed. I know people that are total skeptics that go to Gettysburg. Again, this goes. You go to Gettysburg,
Yeah.
you're going to still leave with a question like, "Did I really see that?"
Yeah.
And skeptics not going to say, "Oh yeah, I seen that." No,
What in the
well,
world, right? Like in Gettysburg, unbelievable.
I can zoom in a bit. Yeah,
And daytime, nighttime, we always talk about that
yeah,
fallacy that you
yeah.
need to investigate at night. I've known people who have been in Gettysburg, and so many people say this. It's the same story over and over. They say, "Did you notice the reenactment?" And then there's no reenactment.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm
How
gonna
many
start
times have you
getting.
heard that? Like somebody was like, "Oh, I saw like a
Yeah. Oh,
reenactment,"
yeah, yeah.
turned
That's
around, it's gone.
crazy how that is
Yeah,
with the people with the reenactments, and it's like, oh, did you have those soldiers? And they're like, no.
there's no
Matter of fact,
soldiers out there.
there's a story, and I everybody has the same story, but usually it starts from original story. But you know how people tell stories. All of a sudden, it's their story, even though
Yes,
it's not. They just heard it. But
yes,
there
yes,
was
yes.
during the filming of the battle. They had the film with Gettysburg.
Hmm.
What was in the gray, blue and gray, whatever it was called.
Right.
Somebody in the audience might know, you know. But there was a case where, because the people in the town used to go out there with their pickup trucks, pick up the actors and bring them back to the hotel. That was their job. So they brought these people back to the hotel, and two soldiers just sat in the back of this guy's car and truck. He's like, guys have, I have to go get some more guys and stuff. And they like wouldn't get out. And then he's like, guys, you have to leave. So he gets back in the truck. It's, I'll bring you back. I have to get these guys. So he starts the truck and starts heading back. And they're sitting there, and all of a sudden they just disappear.
Oh man,
There was two spirits. That was pretty cool. That story. I thought it was like,
that's a great
wow.
story. That's a
Mm,
great ghost story. That's a
yeah.
great, even if it weren't true, it's a good ghost story.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
just a good ghost story. Um,
So,
my
um,
only ghost story with an apparition is a similar thing. Like I was in an elevator with someone, then they weren't there.
I remember you telling that. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah. If you want to tell the
yeah,
story, tell the story.
same idea. No, it's not a big deal. Just
That's
yeah,
always a big
I
deal.
I had somebody come into an elevator with me, and then we're no longer in the elevator with me.
That's
Yeah,
that's that's great.
yeah,
Stories like that is like, wow, that's what we do. You know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to
I
bounce
scratched
back and
my
forth
head
the
for like a
commenting and
week,
stuff.
like about a week of thinking what just happened.
Okay. Um. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go start playing. So if I'm not getting back and forth to you too much into the comments, I'm sorry, because I'm still trying to get the evidence out there so you guys can
Yeah,
watch the
and
show, and I'm trying to go back and forth.
I'm not helping because Kim typically does them with you,
Yeah,
not me.
Kim's part
So
of the yeah, and and Jennie doesn't have the access me and Kim. So all right, this is I'm going to say it wrong. I know Ron and Lotus in the audience are going to have to correct me. Okeegan Castle. It's out in Long Island. It's a beautiful location.
oh,
It's and they have weddings there and stuff. It's like money type of place.
I bet.
Well, we went there. A group invited us to go with them. So we're there, and we're the group. They decide it's 2 o'clock. I gotta go to bed. Me, Ron Lourdes, and my brother Gerard, we stayed up. It was a thunderstorm going on that night. It was really bad weather and
How
everything.
cool.
So we were sitting in the room, and there's a piano in there, and there's a desk, and a couple other things in there. So Ron puts on one of his boxes, and he runs it through one of those portal type or
Yep.
radio speakers with that light up. So in
Right.
this picture, you're going to see it. I got two pictures, two separate videos going to play, but I'm going to play the first one
Okay.
and see if you guys hear what I heard that night. And
Oh, I like
here
the
we go.
listening ones. We're listening now.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
listening. It's this is off of one of Ron's boxes at the time. It's
Okay.
not his
Cool.
method. It's not the digital
Yep.
seance. This is as he was growing towards that era to now.
This
He
is
was he,
baby
he
Ron.
was he was baby Ron then, little Ron. So
Little Ron.
I'm not going to
Don't
say
say it.
nothing more
Don't
today.
say it. Don't say it.
I'm not saying it because I love
Okay.
the guy too much. Okay, here we go. Say goodnight to us, and we'll say goodnight to you. Bye. You heard it say bye, and I said bye right afterwards.
Can you do it again?
Yes.
And just everybody on StreamYard, you got to crank it up. You got to crank up your
Oh, it's
volume.
low.
It's a little bit low.
Okay.
If it's low for you, you might need to turn it up.
Okay. I'm going to do it again. Say good night to us, and we'll say good night to you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Like you wanted us to go to. I think I was at the end of the
Bye.
night. They think they had enough with us. Want me to do it one more time? You heard it?
I heard it.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool how that, you know.
Yeah, the timing and relevance.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like that's, you're saying say goodbye.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting. They, here. This is the name of the castle. Ron put it on for me.
Ahika.
So did I that's what I said, Ron.
You said something like O'Keegan or something or
Yeah, that's what I said. Well, he wrote what I said. It's a
Okay.
castle. It's a nice place.
Thanks, Ron.
I'm glad I got people on the audience that know me too well. You know, they had to deal with the whole weekend with me, so they know how to speak my language now.
As soon as you say, I know I'm going to get the name wrong. I know it's coming.
Okay. And here's another one. Same time. This happened just right before that. And Ron and Lourdes was there, my brother and stuff. And the reason it's so dark, the pictures, is because my batteries all died that night. I had extra bad. Everything was being drained so bad. So this is actually being filmed on my phone.
Oh,
So
cool.
I said I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give it up. Investigating. So
No.
I do this.
You were down to your phone.
Down to my phone, and this is what we do. So tell me what you hear. I'm going to play this. May have to play this a couple times. Everybody, just raise your speakers now.
Yeah, raise your volume.
Does this bad weather help you communicate? Does it charge the energy in the air? Does it help?
Hey, did you just touch a piano? Did you touch the piano?
I did not touch the piano.
It sounded like two notes on the piano. Did you hear that? Somebody told me it's like the AE note.
Is that somebody at the end speaking, or did it happen again?
The thing, not the piano. The piano didn't go again. It's something. I think it was the thing that just said something again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I left that clip a little longer is because I wanted to show the people that, or just show the evidence. But I want the evidence to be seen as what it is. Cut it short. You're like, But
right.
Yeah, two notes were played. There was a piano there, and the piano had a padlock on the thing that, the close part. They had a padlock on it, so you couldn't even touch it.
Yeah.
So,
it does sound like two notes played at the same time. Like, and you get that reverberation too. Like you can really hear it.
Yeah, like dun dun.
Yep.
So it was an interesting night there. We had a good
You
time.
want to play it again?
Yeah, sure. Here we go.
Does this bad weather help you communicate? Does it charge the energy in the air? Does it help?
Hey, did you just touch a piano? Did you touch the piano?
I did not touch the piano.
It sounded like two notes on the piano. Yeah, we were drained that night.
Have you ever felt? Have you left feeling really drained?
That night from that place, yeah. But remember, we were up for almost 24 hours.
Fair enough.
So you can't say it was spirits. It might just been our own stupidity being up so late.
No, it's a good point. That's a really good point because it is. 'Cause we were up for almost 24 hours. So you can't say it was spirits. It might just been our own stupidity being up so late.
Yeah.
No, it's a good point. That's a really good point because it is. 'Cause we were up for almost 24 hours. So you can't say it was spirits. It might just been our own stupidity being up so late. No. That's what I heard. Oh, good. Someone else heard it.
So
Okay.
Ron did hear the word.
That's what I heard at the very, very end. And
Yeah.
that's why I said, did it, okay. Yeah, I hear the two notes as well. I have not felt drained, but I have been with people who felt completely drained after 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure that it's not part of a spirit box noise? The piano, the sound, no. That sound. I think it was. Ron has the thing that takes all the static out and everything, so you just get the words. And the piano, if you hear how it comes in right before, and then the thing goes off. So you wouldn't have that, I believe. Sound like it definitely heard them.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, I physically heard it. So, but they didn't. That was funny because Ron was right in front of it, and Lourdes was right on the other side of the room by it, and I was on the opposite side of the room. I was even close, and I heard it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's loud.
Yeah. Well, he's saying it's EVP. I guess disembodied piano.
Was it disembodied or you heard it at the time?
I heard it. Nobody else heard it. So maybe it didn't even come from the speakers. Maybe he's right.
It was an EVP, yeah, like that you just heard.
Yeah, and this is he was
okay.
using a plasma box or the Echo Vox, and it wasn't even gold. It wasn't even a spirit box. Okay. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so there would be no piano sounds on that.
No.
No? So I thought that was interesting. I'm playing all my stuff. I'm going to play at least something from you. How about that?
Sure.
You were talking about Fort William Henry. Is this one you showed yet, or you want me to play that?
Oh, Fort William Henry. I love this. And I hope everyone can hear it because it was probably, people always say, what's the scariest thing that ever happened to you? This was it. I'm just telling you, before we start, this was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay.
It was Nicole from Full Moon and I in the middle of the night. And when I say middle of the night, about 3 a.m., almost exactly 3 a.m. And we were live on TikTok at the time. Nicole is big on lives. She was doing live on TikTok. And we were in the casement at Fort William Henry, massive fort, if you've been there, just huge. And everybody else was all the way across the fort, on the other side, nowhere near us, not even in the same side of the fort as us. So like nowhere near us. And we were there by ourselves, walking around live on TikTok, just doing a tour kind of thing. And we enter an area where there are wooden stairs that come down towards us. And suddenly you'll hear what happens. And I jumped, and I'm not embarrassed to say I jumped big time.
Okay, here we...
You're about to see me get scared.
Jennie scared. Here we go.
Here's some muskets. Wow. Nice. Oh, we did. You're right. We had the EVP.
Sitting over here.
Oh, the EVP was over there. We said who? So we heard someone coming down the stairs, and we said, "Who is it coming down the stairs?" And we got, oh Jesus!
You good?
Sorry. Whoa. Sorry. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Holy cow! I'm sorry. I grabbed Nicole.
falling.
I grabbed you because someone was coming down the stairs.
I know.
I hope everybody heard that. Hello? Holy cow.
Who's up there?
Sorry, that was just really loud. It scared me to death. Whew.
That's so cool.
Did you hear it? It was like
You could hear something coming down the stairs.
they
Want me
were
to play it one more time?
towards us, like getting louder, but it was so fast. It was like boots, like really loud. But imagine, I think people are like, "Oh, big deal, boots coming down the stairs," but You're in the middle of the night in silence in a casement of a fort, like silence, nobody there. And all of a sudden it's like loud as you can think, like boom, 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 coming towards you. And I was just like, kind of thing. And she's so cool. She was like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not good."
You want me to play that one more time, or is that
Those
good?
woods, I know it's long, but listen for as I say, we had an EVP of them coming down the stairs. You'll hear bam, 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 bam. That's not us.
And you can see there's nobody on those stairs.
Yeah.
And it's
it was
pitch black.
so
Who's going to go
loud.
down the stairs in that condition, especially at that speed?
It sounded like
Without
boots,
falling.
like
Yeah.
several sets.
Okay, I'm going to play one more time. Here we go.
Here.
Here's some muskets.
Building.
Wow. Nice. Oh, we did. You're right. We had the EVP.
Sitting over here.
Oh, the EVP was over there. We said who? So we heard someone coming down the stairs, and we said, "Who was it coming down the stairs?" And we got. Oh, Jesus.
You good?
Sorry. Whoa. Sorry. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Holy cow. I'm sorry. I grabbed
you were
Nicole.
falling.
I grabbed you because someone was coming down the stairs.
I know.
I hope everybody heard that. Hello? Holy cow.
Who's up there?
Sorry, that was just really loud. It scared me to death. Whew.
That was cool.
Wow. You hear it? It was like boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. That, and
You can
people
hear it
think, "Oh,
clear.
is that you guys?" No, we're just standing there on the floor, and that's not us. Like that loud noise. Like, wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, like they ran down to us. It did feel like that, Ron. It felt like they were running towards us, which is why I freaked out. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
you can
very cool.
imagine in the middle of the night in the dark, hearing that loud noise out of nowhere is terrifying.
Yeah, it's so cool. You got a couple more here. What do you want to play?
Anything.
Well, I had to mark everything, so I'm not sure what everything is. So I'm
Yep,
going to play this. I
it's
just
a
have this
free for all
available.
tonight, Anthony. It's a free for all. We're just showing our stuff,
Showing our stuff.
picking
There
out
we
some
go.
stuff. It's a little difficult for us to hear you with the furnace on. Could you make another loud bang for us? That was you? We'd just like to know you're here with us. Excellent. Thank you so much. Are you back there? No, that wasn't us.
Oh,
No, that was there.
that was really loud.
Fantastic. Okay, so a little background. We're
Yeah,
at
what
Kreischer
is that?
Mansion. Kreischer Mansion, your
What's
shanty.
Kreischer?
Kreischer is my favorite. My
Yes.
favorite by far. So in the basement of Kreischer Mansion, we were asking for a loud noise because the what do you call it? The furnace is really loud. So when we got down there, we were disappointed. We were like, we're not going to hear a thing down here. It's so loud. It's like, the whole time. And so I say, "Can you make a loud noise for us? We're going to need it to be really loud." And then you hear that bang, bang, bang in the background. And then you see the motion light come on, that pink. So that was pretty cool too. But yeah, that loud noise is one that you ever ask for a bang, right? You're like, "Can you make a bang? Can you make a knock?" Well, that was the bang we got when we asked. And the only thing back there that I could think of was there was some plywood on the floor, but it didn't move. Like it didn't move. And there's an open walk-in refrigerator, but nothing's in it. Did sound
it's
like
like
something
nothing.
banging against the refrigerator.
Yeah, it sounds like
one of those
something.
huge
Yeah.
ones.
That's
But
cool.
interestingly, the motion light goes off too. So we checked for animals, we checked for everything, but boy, it was. Imagine how loud it had to be over that furnace. You know,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
to record it over that furnace.
That
So
was.
in the story is that there was a mafia hit in that building, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, after being drowned, he was
And stabbed
and stabbed, but
and
eventually
shot.
drowned.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dismembered and placed in the furnace, and that's right where the noise was.
Mm-hmm. Down that place is awesome, and
That's my favorite.
um, I got a picture I drew from there.
Oh, nice. Now I
Yeah,
wonder. That does look a little bit like him. I did put pictures in. Did you put the pictures up?
you know something? I noticed that after I put a bunch
It's
of, then
okay.
it's I have no more pictures.
No worries. I put pictures of
Hmm.
the gentleman who was murdered,
Yeah,
Robert McKelvey, right?
something like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry I didn't get everything on for you, the people in the audience. Also,
Don't be
this was a
sorry.
last minute thing. We just had to get a show together, and we figured let's show some of our stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I'll show you mine, and you show us yours. That's the way it is.
Anyway, you ask for a bang, you get a bang. Yeah.
Yeah. So um, I'm going to start showing some of the Trans Allegheny
Great.
evidence I have. I got a bunch of evidence. You might have seen it on EVPI, you know, back in the past and everything. We did a show on. They did a show on it. So I went to Trans Allegheny with Chris and Audra, and it was a nice show. But I'm going to show you um, a picture of what I actually see. What you see is it looks like a laid up room. That's because I got the IR camera, I got the night vision camera with night vision light. I don't see this in front of me. All I got is that 2-inch screen to see anything. When I'm walking down the halls there, I have to actually put my arm out and drag my hand and walk going down the wall because it's so dark that I don't know if I'm walking straight. So that's how I find it. I put my arm and my hand on the touch the wall as I go down. Sometimes I touch things I don't want to touch, like spiders and bugs and everything else. But you're going
Right.
down that wall. That's the only way. So I'm just going to show you what I took a picture of my what I see. All I looking through. You see that little thing? When I'm walking down the hallway, that's what I see in my little 2-inch screen. Everything else is black. If you notice, everything around me is black.
Yeah.
I cannot see anything around me. I walk into things constantly. My shins are always busted up, and so this is what we do. Okay. Now I'm going to show you some of the videos that I have taken, and like I said, this was you might have seen some of these videos, you might not have. So, at the beginning of the night, I walk off by myself, and I walk down this hallway, and I walk to a section where they right near where they had the lobotomies area. But the area also has a area where they have this room with drawers open up, and I used to give treats to the kids and to the patients that are there. Some of the treats I used to give to the kids: candy, cigarettes.
Oh my God.
So this is a different era. Okay,
Or
so
not
that's what I used
candy
to give the kids.
cigarettes, just candy or
Not
cigarettes.
candy, cigarettes, which I thought was kind of odd too, because you have to light it with a match. You could burn each other,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But I guess they gave it to the good patients.
Yeah. Hey, you're a good
Okay.
kid. Have a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah, have it. So, I get to this as I'm walking there. I go through a doorway, and I'm going to show you the doorway, and I get through halfway. I'm walking down the hallway. I'm looking to this little thing, this um, door on the side, and the door on the sides I kind of rotted. I thought it might be the classroom or something, and I just keep up and go, and all of a sudden I hear something, a huge loud bang. So here we go. I'm gonna start with that.
A cell. Is that a cell? Not some sort of door. Okay. Something more thing gonna touch with me? What was that?
That was actually on my body camera. Did you hear that loud bang?
Oh my God, yeah.
And
Totally.
that door didn't open. The door was so rotted that you couldn't open it. So I don't know what was in there. I couldn't get in there. And you see me reaching for the door. You see me reaching because I can't see. It's pitch black. So
Yeah, you
I'm
can
trying to
tell.
look down with my camera. I'm trying to get evidence. But I'm trying to look down so I could see my hand touch and open the door because
Right.
it was pitch black except for that that camera. That was crazy.
I know
So
people see on TV, they look on TV and they think, oh, that, this is what we see, but really what we see is nothing,
mhm,
nothing.
exactly.
You can't see the hand in front of your face. And just at the risk of repeating myself, a bang that loud alone in the dark is a really loud bang. It's not a little knock. It's a bang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you could hear
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Imagine if you're alone in the dark, at an asylum.
Okay, maybe we'll get together soon, Katie.
I hope
You know?
so. She broke her ankle. She had
Oh,
ankle surgery. So
I feel better.
we wish her well.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm throw somebody. I'm trying to get some of the answers up there. Some
Oh,
of the things.
neat. Old nurse. And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, that place I've not been to because unfortunately I got sick last year when we went. So this year, May 2nd, I'll be at Trans-Allegheny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about going with you guys, but I just can't get. May's a little hard for me.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
she
The
goes.
all
Feel
goods are
better,
going.
Katie. Huh?
The Cocos are going. Our friends
Mhm.
Todd and Carmela, and Chris and Audra. Chris Allgood and Audra Keeler are going.
Cool.
So
Yeah, that's going to be good. Chris
can't
loves
wait.
that place.
Frankie Adeo. Yeah.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, that's where I actually got to actually meet him in person, him and Audra,
Chris and Audra. Yeah.
and go to then we did the investigation in the prison. We hung out and stuff and everything because we went down the day before, and so we hung out all day until before you had to
Nice.
go to the
Nice.
prison.
Well, when I get back, I'll let you guys know how it went.
And that's where I got my nickname, the Cannoli Man.
The cannoli man.
That's what I just because I told them I'm going down to West Virginia. They don't got no cannolis down there.
No, they have
So
no
I
pizza,
told them I was going to
no
bring.
cannoli.
Yeah. So me, Joe C went down there, and we had a woman with us also who was part of the team, and we went down there and we bought cannolis, and they went over really well.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? So here's another thing that happened there. I actually got hit with something. I have no idea what it was, but I got two cameras on. I got my body cam and I got my regular camera. I'm going to show you my regular camera first, and then I'm going to show you my body cam where you're going to see, oh, wow. So here's the regular camera. I'm walking into the room. You're going to hear me say I got hit with something and everything.
Oh! Wow, what hit me? Something was just thrown at me. That's cool. Who did that? Who did that? Come on, you can tell me your name. I'm not mad.
But you see, I took the camera and I'm looking around because I thought something fell off the ceiling. I don't,
Right.
I'm looking for, and I'm also looking at the floor. What hit me? And I couldn't find anything. So this is what my body cam picked up. This is
This is
going to be cool.
crazy.
And
This
you can
is
still hear
crazy.
me say the same words. Yeah.
This is so good.
Whoa! Wow! What hit me? Wasn't that
Whoa.
cool?
And you see it go right across the screen. This is why we wear a body camera.
Yeah.
This is why you wear 2 body cameras.
Yeah. Well, one in front. And I mean, I didn't have my second one for this. I wish I did, because then those bangs and everything I would have had.
Yeah, but that was so good. Yeah, right. But still, that's so good. You see it fly across. I mean, you couldn't do better.
Yeah. You could see something coming up and hit me and then go back down. Yeah, cannoli. Yeah, someone threw a cannoli at me. I hit with a cannoli at Trans-Allegheny.
Stop it. You're all making me really hungry.
I'm going to
Yeah, that's actually, Mary
crash.
Beth, that's actually something flying past him.
Mm-hmm.
I throw stuff at him all the time, but this wasn't one
Yeah,
of those.
she's always throwing stuff at me. Everybody, it's like, what?
I throw rocks at him, pebbles, and I also make faces in his body camera on his back because he's asking for it, putting them behind him.
Yeah, she's like, that's most of my evidence I get with that.
Is me going.
So in that area I got hit. Of course, I'm going to continue going around there.
Yeah.
So I put down a RAM pod. I just put it down, and it thing goes crazy. And I think it's a little kid, so I treat it like a little kid.
Okay.
So I'm having fun with a ghost. This is my some fun with a ghost type of thing. You can stop that now. Please stop that. Thank you. Thank you. No more. Come on. I'm not looking. Stop. Thank you. I'm looking at you now. Every time I turned away, the damn thing went crazy.
You're like, hey.
I'm playing with the
doing?
ghost. How you doing? This probably the same ghost who just smacked me. Okay.
Hey, how
I'm
you
gonna
doing?
Go
Just
quick and
throwing.
someone get some of yours on too. Okay.
Yeah, that's
as I'm leaving that area, I hear noise behind. Huh?
Mary Beth is asking if you're still at Tala. That this is the same place, right? Where you just
Yeah. This is all Tala. I'm going to show Tala my stuff in Tala, and then we'll go to Jennie's stuff. Then we'll go back and forth because I mean, time's flying and we're having fun.
I know.
Okay. So as I'm leaving this area, I'm going back the same way I heard that big bang at the beginning when I first entered the place, and I heard the bang behind me. Well, I'm going back, and as I'm leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around, I hear somebody cough. There's nobody there except for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you might have to raise your speakers a little bit on this one, but here we go.
Oh,
did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? I'll
do it
play it
again?
one more time. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's not soft. You could hear that.
Yeah. I that was interesting because I didn't hear that during the thing. I didn't hear it until I did the playback.
An EVP.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool, you know?
It's definitely a cough. Like it's not a sound, a natural sound, an environmental sound, an ambient sound.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 more in here. I'm going to play quick, and then we'll get right to yours.
You don't have to be quick. These are great.
I'm trying to keep time restrictions here, you know. I
know,
walked around the place with Chris and Audra, they took me around and stuff, and Chris puts buckets all over the place with his little uh, recorders on him and stuff. So it was like I'm walking out, all of a sudden I hit a bucket. So he's like, they turn around, it's like, what was that? I said, I just kicked the bucket. So
It was one of Chris's buckets.
yeah, but it's like I kicked the bucket, so I was like, one of those dead,
That's
you know,
hilarious.
yeah.
Where exactly was this?
This is still Tala. This is
Where?
one we walked around. There's a section of Tala that used to be for the Civil War. They had soldiers there and everything at this one place. So this is a section where the Civil War, where the soldiers used to be.
Okay. What? Let's watch Anthony kick the bucket.
But no, you don't see me kick the bucket. We actually went to the kitchen area. I kicked the bucket on the way out.
Oh, okay.
We were in the kitchen area, and Audrey asks us a question, how get out, something like that, and you says you hear no out. It's EVP.
Okay.
Me out?
Was that you?
No, that's one.
Even Chris
That's
heard it
good.
from the down the hall. You see the flashlight back there? That's Chris running around like looking for stuff back there.
Yeah, but that's really clear. You want to do it one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Me out?
Was that you?
No, that's one.
That was loud.
And I actually heard it.
Yeah.
And Chris heard it, and we all heard it. So that
I
was
know,
I
and
think
then
that's
he's like,
the piece
it's
of
not
evidence.
you.
Huh?
It-
It
It's
wasn't
not,
us.
it's none of you, that's for sure.
So, well, you hear something like that, you're gonna ask people around you.
Of
what's
course. The
going
first
on,
thing you got to do is ask, but
you know.
that's unless you're a ventriloquist.
Yeah, I know. Which I can't even talk straight. I'm going to talk.
You can't even talk for one person.
Yeah, I can't even
let
talk with
alone
one
two.
person. I'm going to have a. No, I don't think so. Okay. And then here's another thing where towards the end of the night, we're coming back, and there's a group of us. Matter of fact, what's his name? Scott Rillick, Evan, and his team were on the one floor. And we're
Okay.
coming down. I was coming down the stairs with Chris. Actually, and I didn't put that up here. As we're coming down, something charges me on the third floor, and you can hear like something scraping on the floor coming towards me. And I turn around. I got evidence of that, but I didn't have enough room to put everything on tonight.
That's terrifying. Take
Yeah,
it
and
from-
I'm like, whoa. He
Yeah,
goes,
hello.
what happened? I said, "Someone just rushed me." So we get down to the second floor. There's, like I said, they were all set up in the hall there doing their, I think they're doing spare, but whatever they were doing down there. And I'm just sitting on the stairs because at this
Okay.
time I'm walking around this place, and my knees, my back, and everything was hurting me that night. So
Mhm.
well, I'm sitting on the stairs, and I just have my camera. I'm not even focusing on anything. I just have it down, but it's still on. And I hear this. And Chris heard it also. What was that scream?
I heard it too.
Did you hear that?
Shit. That was so creepy.
That section is the violent women section.
Oh my God, that was so creepy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, do it again. That was really good.
What was that scream?
I heard it too.
That was terrifying. Yeah. You're like, what was that? Or was that, who said that? What was that scream?
Somebody's.
Oh, really? So Todd and Carmela heard disembodied voice screaming. It's like that at Rolling Hills Asylum too. You'll just hear screams, yells.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So that was similar.
So I mean, that place is awesome.
But you've got to think that there were constant screams in that place. Like constant, nonstop screaming.
Yeah. I mean, some of those people didn't even belong there, and
No,
they
of
were
course
put there
not.
because they
Yeah.
didn't have anywhere to go. So
Yeah.
I will play one for you. I have is GOS. I'm not sure because I put some names on here so I could differentiate some of yours.
Could it be from Brian tonight? Is it?
No, it wasn't one of his. It was one of yours. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna play it. Yeah, well, you sent it to me, so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
The last time Carmel and I were in this room, we heard a voice on one of our devices. Can you tell us or speak into this device and tell us that same word?
did you hear it?
Wow. I'm gonna play it one more time, but
Oh, it
yeah.
goes,
Oh my God.
And it's what's creepy. This is at the Van Vechten house, which we featured in our second episode. If you go back to Seekers Chronicles,
Mhm.
Paranormal Historians, we this is a house we featured, and we just recently went
Mhm.
back with Todd and Carmela Cocotilo from 222, and
Mhm.
they were asking about the time they were there before, and they said last time we were here, we asked you, and it's almost like a realization, like there's an intonation to this EVP, like someone heard it and thought, oh my God, like, wow, yes, chameleon. Anyway, turn it up a little bit, but you should be able to hear it. It's a pretty loud EVP. I love this one.
Here we go.
The last time Carmel and I were in this room, we heard a voice on one of our devices. Can you tell us or speak into this device and tell us that same word?
That was clear.
And what you can't hear is just before it, and I just need you to take it from me because you can't really hear it in this. But if you listen with headphones, you can hear somebody say, "What did he say? Oh my God!" It's like, "What did he
Oh
say?
wow.
Oh my God!" Yeah, like I can't believe it. Like they're talking to us, and they remember
Mhm.
us. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it used to be a bedroom. It's a library now, but it used to be a bedroom. So I
Uh,
sent you a few EVPs
w-
from this room, the baby crying one.
yeah.
That's a
When
great
I
one.
got them, I didn't listen to them. I just put them on
Okay.
because I mean, it was such a
And maybe
last
you have
minute.
it.
I tried to do what I could. Okay, here's. I said this is an EVP one, so I don't know what this is.
All good.
Hello, this is Kara again. Can you tell me who is associated with the stones?
Wow.
Yeah. So this is at the Times Tin Cup Vintage Emporium antique store that we just
Mhm.
featured last week.
Yes, that's
And this
interesting.
is an EVP that I've gotten since from this place. And we had this weird stone formation in the basement in that crawl space. If you were with us last week with Gail and Kara, they were speaking about a creepy crawl space where there was a stone formation, and we kept asking,
Mhm.
why are the
Yeah,
stones
yeah, yeah.
stacked in this place? And she asked can you tell us who's responsible for stacking the stones like that? And there's a gentleman who works there who comes to help there named Frank. And everybody who listened to it thought it said Frank. But then somebody says, and I had to listen slowly, I had to stretch it out, I had to really do it. But you hear the whisper really sharp and clear. But it says, well, you heard what it says. It says, I didn't say anything. Like you weren't supposed to tell or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You got another one here. I'll put the other one I have down as Tin Cup. It's the front of the building.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here we go.
This is in the attic.
Okay.
Hi, this is Laurel. I'm wondering if you're happy that an antique store has moved into your building.
Wow.
She goes, hi, this is Laurel.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if you're happy if an antique store, and it says, hi, Laurel.
I'll do it again.
Interesting.
Hi,
It's in
this is Laurel. I'm wondering if you're happy that an antique store has moved into your building.
That's the person who runs the shop, who rents the building and runs the shop. So
You got
somebody
one
seems
more.
religion around there.
It's getting a little late here. I don't want to go over, but
Yeah, no,
here
it's
we
good.
go.
It's 9:40. We've got 9:40, so we've got
Okay.
like 20 minutes.
All right. Here's another one of yours. We'll go through these quick.
Sure.
I want to try to get some of mine.
Or do you feel like there really was something here? Do you feel like there was a reason to do the exorcism? If yes, can you touch it? The lights? Is this a happy home?
There you go.
Yeah. Still going. Sometimes it takes a while to start off and then it hits red like that. Look at that.
I feel like it kind of has to like build up the energy.
Exactly,
Like it takes a lot
Yeah.
to do that.
So this is a happy place? Yeah, look at that. See? Do you think that's a mis... So this is at the Hinsdale house that you're wearing the shirt, if you want to show it.
Oh yeah, I got the Hinsdale shirt
Yeah.
on.
This is the Hinsdale house upstairs, with Nicole from Full Moon and Anthony from Parasite, my group. And we were asking questions about the exorcism that was held at of the actual house. And we were trying to get information about, was that really necessary? Was there something really bad there, kind of thing? And we were getting really good responses with the K2. And it was interesting. I said, did you feel like that exorcism was necessary? And nothing happened. Then I said, was this a happy home? And it went off. You could see that it wasn't going off the whole time. It was responding to certain questions. And
that's awesome.
It was fascinating. We were really able to have a nice conversation.
Okay.
That place is amazing. Thank you. Right? Hinsdale.
I love Hinsdale.
Yeah.
I really wish that was close too.
Sometime I'll have to tell you my Backstreet Boys story about Hinsdale.
Backstreet? Okay. Sometime.
I might see you again.
Last time I was at the Hinsdale house, it was like for Lourdes' birthday. We did the Ritz Theater. We did
that's right.
Richard and I did the art show there.
Yes,
and then
we had the cake.
that same night, we went to my place in PA, and the next day we drove out to Hinsdale. So
remember.
was at Hinsdale, we were doing a bunch of different things with the with Ron's system there, the digital seance. We actually I suggested, and they thought it was pretty cool, to actually do the Esses with that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that night was getting really bad, and it was kind of attacking Lourdes a little bit. It was saying nasty things. So we ended up stopped doing that and stuff. But I seen a girl standing on the stairs. So I picked up my book and I drew it,
Yep.
The picture.
And it's hanging there.
Yeah. That's the picture I drew. I seen her standing on the stairs. She looked a little pissed off and stuff. So I gave them the picture, and it's actually hanging on the wall at the Hinsdale house, the original picture. So that's
I took that
cool.
picture. I took that picture.
Yeah, I know. You took the picture because I haven't been up there since they hung it up.
I know. I took that picture. I was like, Anthony's drawing.
So I thought that was pretty cool. It was Lourdes' birthday, so we went there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we had a good time there. And this is 2016, I think. But we went there, and this is before what do you call lockdown with what's his with Roth, Nick Roth, and went there with lockdown and stuff. We went there like a week or two before that, and I locked the front door and stuff. In the middle of the night, we hear click, We have no cameras on it, but I took a picture of of that area before, not for any special reason, just to get the picture. And then I took a picture afterwards, and you can see that when I first took it, the door was closed. The door was closed and everything. And then I took I took a picture of it afterwards when it's open. And you can see how wide it opened up. The funny part about that, if anybody went to that front door and opened it up, there's a sensor light outside that
Yep.
will go off. Because as soon as we walked out that door to see if there's anybody out there, the light just
The light
glared
comes
at
on.
us. So yeah, so that was interesting. And that door I locked personally. So I know the door was locked. So this is it before you can see the door closed and just, you know, and you see that little light down there. That was actually a GoPro, but was facing the other way, of course, facing the other way towards the stairs because I wanted to get something on the stairs. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is with the door open. You can see how far the door opened up, which was very interesting. See how the door is open?
Oh wow.
That door was
Yeah.
pushed open.
Yeah, that's the door to go out into the porch area.
Yeah, the front door.
Yep, the front door.
Back then they didn't have. Back then there was no screen on that area.
That door you lock. Yeah, you have to lock that door.
Yeah, you can
when
see
you get in there.
handle. There's an actual lock that you twist. Boom, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
door opened up by itself. This was like 5 o'clock. Matter of fact, two guys on my team, Joey and Uncle Giuseppe,
Mm-hmm.
seen it actually open, and they said, "What just happened?" And it was crazy that night. It was awesome how the door just popped open on us. You know.
That's amazing. That concerns me though. Like I was gonna stay by myself with those two left, Nicole and Anthony, and I was just gonna sleep over the rest of the night by myself. No problem. Not scared. Scared of teenagers coming down, banging on the door.
Yeah.
People coming down who want to see the haunted house. You know, like I
Yeah,
didn't
we
want to be
get
there
that,
by
yeah.
myself with human, not ghosts, but like living people coming down and I think
Yeah.
that's scarier. Somebody banging on the door in the middle of the night.
So here's a private resin I did. I call it Walter. You're going to see I have my friend as a psychic was there. His boyfriend was there. And it was the white. There was a 80-something-year-old woman and her 60-year-old daughter,
Huh.
60-some-year-old daughter. And what happened was they wanted the psychic to come in and do this, but I had the spirit box, so he asked me, "Can you come in with the spirit box and do this?" And that's before the portals, all the lowering and
Yeah.
everything. So you're gonna hear like the way the ghost box used to sound. So I put it down there, and it actually says a name, and the two of them freak out. Okay.
Walter! That's my grandpa. This is his house. Hello.
Isn't that wild?
Walter.
The name, that's the first thing that came out on there. Walt, is anybody
It's
here?
like a man.
Walter.
Walter. Yeah.
And Walter actually built that house physically. He was an electrician also.
That's amazing.
A union electrician. He was a steward and everything. So all night long, I kept on like taking my union card out because when union workers go together, it's not now, but when I started and stuff, if you question anybody on the job, if they're a union member, you
Right.
card them. You show your card, they show you theirs.
Right.
Okay. And see
Right.
if they're doing the right job or whatever, you
Right.
know. So that's all night long. He was a steward, so that's probably part of his job. So that's why I figured, I played it off with him with that. So,
That's pretty
and I got
cool.
other stuff also with them. And at the end of the night, this is why I felt that woman came up to me, the old woman, hugged me, crying, because I never thought I would hear from my father or my husband again.
So she recognized the voice. It wasn't just a voice saying it. She recognized the voice.
That's right.
I
And all night
love
long we were
this.
doing it. All night long we kept on doing the same thing, and she kept on hearing her husband and it was things that she only would know. You know what I mean?
Kind of
Nothing
like,
I could say.
wait, what was your word at Burlington Prison
Cannoli?
from your friend? No, what was the key word?
White Castle.
White
Yeah,
Castle.
Joey. So that was pretty cool. Like stuff she would know only. And
I should have sent that. That was one of my favorite videos of all time.
oh yeah. This other video I'm going to show, Lourdes is in it, and I'm going to show. Well, no, I'm going to show you the first part of it.
Ding.
Okay, we were down at Kingsland Manor, and Giuseppe was there, and we had a group there, and his sister-in-law, and Ron Lourdes was there, and me, and we were doing. Joe had his SLS camera out, and so he started doing, and he picked up. Ron was standing by the counter, by the downstairs used to be like a bar, there's a boxing match. There used to be everything down there. It was speakeasy. So he was downstairs and he was doing something, and all of a sudden a little stick figure got next to him. So Joe's like, put your arm this way, and you see the stick going out, and he goes, go this way. As he went down, the stick figure ducked like it was going to hit him. Yeah. This is pretty cool.
This is Ron. Ron
Giuseppe was filming, and Ron was the stick. He was your stick.
How big was the stick next to Ron? Like, was it a big
Maybe
person or a child?
Maybe a waist.
So like a child.
But there was also known to be a short woman that worked there and part of the pub. So I don't know how short she was, but yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
Do you want me to turn off your heat?
Okay.
I'm trying to debunk it.
Just again, okay, there's two this way.
Yeah.
Right? Opposite, this is the opposite view. So there's two right here, and there's one behind you. Okay, look, there's two orbs in front of you. Right here. Right by the
figures or just
okay, now Lourdes just walked away. And,
following her.
one just followed you, one stayed. Oh, they're gone.
They're both gone.
Because I came by?
Oh, I mean, because they moved?
Yeah, I think they like followed you out.
No, they followed. One went after you right away. Okay, this is not Lourdes at all. This is, look.
No,
you see this,
not.
right?
Yep.
Are you seeing any figures or just orbs?
No, figure. There's a figure.
There's
That's the orb again.
Figure right over
Wow.
The orb is there, and there's behind you.
Where's the figure? Right side or left
The
side?
figure is behind you.
That side.
That's all.
The orb is to your
Yes.
right.
Put your left hand out. Oh, put your right hand out. Kick out your right hand.
That is
That is
right
his
here.
right hand.
I'm sorry.
You're doing your image on that.
Okay, left
Put your
hand.
right hand down. Put your left hand out.
Put your left hand out.
Nobody said Simon Says. I don't know if you guys
Simon says,
No,
put your
come on.
left hand out.
That orb is still there. What the hell is that? Oh, you just went to, you went like this. It's like smacked his head. He ducked.
Step out of the way.
Really?
Oh my God!
No way.
Yes, he's still there. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. I'm coming across you then.
It's gone.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Wait. Oh, he came back for a second.
He came back. It was an orb that came back.
I wasn't striking anybody. I was just reaching out.
Yes, he wasn't trying to hurt you at all.
No, not hurting at all.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Wasn't that wild?
That was so cool.
He went by with his arm and down. Giuseppe did that one. That's one of his
I love
recordings.
That one. I love
Like I
it.
said,
And
we
you're
were there
right.
at Seekers Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like when he puts he ducks a bit, but
Mhm.
then the little figure arm comes up, almost like, hey,
Like the friend, yeah.
they're like, hey, what are you doing?
Isn't that why it reacted? And of course, and then those other two figures, then it came up in another corner,
On the
and
other
all of a
side.
sudden it just
Okay.
shot across, and the figures were all gone. So that's what was
great.
really
and,
cool.
And what's great is Ron is still right there with those big shoulders. He's got like big shoulders.
Yeah. And so I walked around with my camera and tried to debunk and see if the stick figures were being, well, Ron was actually being mapped out, but I was checking out if the other stick figure and all the other stuff might have been being read wrong, you know?
Right, like a book.
I walked around my
chair.
camera. I'm looking at that. As I do that, I don't even do it intentionally. I swing it up. At the same time, Lourdes is walking to turn the lights on. As he's walking, I notice, and I slow it down so much that you could see she's walking and it looks like somebody's getting up from the corner slowly
Oh,
and walking in front of, but she didn't see it. And,
interesting. Yeah, but
yeah.
that was definitely a figure. I mean, even when a chair gets mapped, yes, it looks a little bit like a figure, but it never
Mhm,
settles in like that. Like it, you know
mhm,
what I mean? It keeps
yeah.
changing or,
But I
you
mean,
know,
when I see stuff, I like to, you know me, I like to check it out.
I I
So,
I think that the fact that it reacts to Ron is
mhm,
like 100% a figure.
yeah, yeah, that was wow. So this is like I said, I'm panning around, making sure there was no false positives, all that stuff, and then
Right.
I go and I catch like where Lourdes is going, and I see, and I like I said, I slow this down so much that you can actually see some because this is what's happening now. I slowed it down, but it was going really fast.
Right.
It was
Right.
going normal speed. She was just
Right.
walking, you know.
Right.
And I caught it out of my eye and I played with it and I said, oh wow, there is something there.
You know what?
Here we
Good
go.
catch, Anthony.
Yeah, here we go. Like I said, it's slow. You might hear some talking though, because I recorded this. I might have recorded it and there was somebody talking and you'll see.
Who cares? Yeah.
You
Oh,
see it?
wow. Yeah, I did.
It's on her right side. All of a sudden, it just gets up and shoots across.
Do it again for anybody who didn't see it because it's quick even though it's slowed down.
Oh wow, we're almost time's up.
I know. Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
Thank
No,
goodness you just, you know, did that.
yeah, you got the stick figure. So you got the stick figure and the other thing. I just want to show one more.
Yep, yeah. You
This
got
is
time.
Wildwood Sanitarium. We went out for dinner and I left the camera in the room and I got this later on. And then, of course, I was going a camera on a camera. That's why it's shaking. So, there, and this is wild. I just keep on repeating and repeating and repeating it.
What
But
was that voice?
like I said, the voice could be one of us because
Okay.
I actually had it on my thing and I was recording it with another camera over to that camera. You know, so
I
I think I
see.
was
Okay.
recording with my cell phone from that camera, so I could transfer, get it and show the evidence right away without, I just wanted to get that one spot. But there was something we were not there, and that thing in the wall, there was nothing on the windows. That's the second floor. That's in a room full of dolls. So that
That's
was interesting.
creepy. That's creepy. I mean, we could go for another hour, couldn't we?
Yeah, well, I they're already getting the thing.
We've got like 2 minutes, but really, like, we could
Yeah,
do this for another 3 hours.
yeah, we could. I mean, if I downloaded everything, we'd go a couple of days.
I agree with you. We could have a marathon. We could have an evidence marathon.
Yeah, I guess you might have heard somebody walking. Like I said, I was recording it on my cell phone from a camera,
Yeah.
my camera LED screen, because I wanted to show it downstairs.
So somebody
And
could have been walking at the time.
mhm. And remember, those cameras back then, that was 2017. That's when Wildwood. I was the third customer there, the third group that went there. And Ronald Waters was with us also.
Yep.
But they didn't stay overnight. I think
At Wildwood.
yeah, they didn't stay overnight at that time. But it was interesting that night and we had a good time. I mean, it is what it is.
It is
You
what
know,
it is. That's a good way to end it. It is what it
thank
is.
you.
Um,
So
what a fun night, Anthony, with everybody having the plague. You and
yeah,
I are like the last survivors.
we're the
And
survivors.
just everybody, we're gonna postpone Brian's show from tonight, but please, when we do it again, I invite you to join us because he is a special, special guy. Especially if you're a horror fan. Tune
Yeah,
in.
he's
He's quite the gifted actor, director, writer. So we'll get him back on. Fun stuff tonight.
Yeah, I think we had a good time. I hope the audience liked what we had. I mean, this was all last minute to put together, so
Yeah, very.
it is what it is. We try to give I want to thank everybody in the audience. We had a great group of people out there.
Yeah, what
Mary Beth, I mean, she's like always there, and we got Ron Iacovetti and Lourdes Gonzalez and
Genghis.
Venus was here. I didn't see her.
Genghis Khan.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you for coming out. Who else we had?
Todd
on
and
there?
Carmela.
Yeah. So we had a nice little group, and I love the answers and questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got my spell checkers in the audience there too, with Ron and Lourdes, always helping me with something. So I just want to say tonight, thanks for everybody coming. We had a good time. I hope you had the same good time as us. Thanks for everybody here. Just to the wildfires in California. So if anybody could help, donate anything to that, whatever, anything would be helpful there. And I just want to say tonight that if you go on investigations, don't do anything stupid. Don't illegally break into places, and don't go anywhere that have any kind of asbestos. You want to be safe out there. Be safe. You want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. I'm going to say, forget about it. Ciao, familia. Jennie, anything?
Good night, everybody. Stay well, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week.
Next week it is.
Hey, how you doing?